the screen, so give me 1 second. Let's see. Hope this works, okay? I hope I don't share anything that's you're not supposed to see. Okay. Oh, where'd you guys go? Oh, hold on. It kicked me out. Give me 1 second. Oh, well, oh no, it did not kick me out. Hold on. Are you guys seeing my screen?
Yes.
Yes.
Oh, okay. Great. Oh, okay. Great. I thought it took me out. Wait, I don't want to leave the meeting, right? I don't want to leave the meeting. I just want this to hide. Hold on. There we go. Are you guys looking at Business Builder University week 3?
Yes. But you need to share your slide as a slideshow from the beginning.
Give me 1 second, okay? I'm new at this, so give me 1 second. Where is that again?
View. Go to view.
Oh, okay.
View and then present, Gabby.
Thank you.
There you go. Just go ahead and click on that.
Uh-oh, sorry. We're having a bit of technical difficulties here. I don't know why it went there. Give me 1 second. Thought I had it all practiced. Oh, it's coming. There we go. There we go. Okay, great. Are you guys looking at this now?
We will be.
Okay. Can you see it now?
We can't see the full screen yet. There's a delay.
Not yet? Oh. Uh-oh.
There's usually a delay.
Okay. So let me know when you see it, because I can see it now, but I'm not sure if you guys are looking at it yet.
Go ahead.
Yeah? Okay, great. So my name's Gabriela Carreno, and I've been in Herbalife for 13 years now. I am currently in the Millionaire Team member. And before Herbalife, just so you know my results with Herbalife, right? Before Herbalife, I used to be tired, depressed, and overweight. I got on the product, and the first thing I noticed was incredible energy. I was able to lose 15 pounds my first month and a half. I've lost a total of 38 pounds from a size 16 to a size 6, or like I like to say it, a 4 stretch. And I've been able to maintain my weight off for over 13 years, okay? So now make sure that you're in a quiet place. Remove any distractions. Okay, please open up your video so that we can see your face. And I want to make sure that everybody got signed into the roll call. You know, signing in your name on the chat room and just saying here. And I'm going to ask you, if you're not talking, if you can please mute your phone just to make sure there's no noise in the background. Okay. Does everyone have paper and pen in handy? Okay, and great. And I want to let you know that tonight's class will end at 10 p.m. and there will be a 10 minutes at the end of the class for questions and answers, okay? And I also, presenting with me tonight will be Executive President's Team member Craig Sudakawa. He's a 2 million Lifetime Achievement recipient, and he's been in the business for 20 years, and he's an international trainer. So, woohoo!
Woo!
Okay.
Thank you. Is it my turn? It's still not
yet.
It's still not in full screen mode.
Not yet? Okay. Don't know what else to do here. Give me one.
Hey, Gabby?
Yes.
Just double click on the number 1 on the first up on your left hand side. Double click on that.
Click on that.
On the first slide in the list. See if that helps.
Here, let me stop share first. Let me stop sharing and
Just
see
double
if
click
that'll.
on that. Oh, okay.
Okay, hold on. Hold on. Let me try it again. Share screen. Sorry.
Aw, you get to see everybody.
And let's go for it again.
Smile.
All done.
I think you want to do full screen, Gabby. Do you see it there? At the bottom.
Ah, okay. And my computer's a little bit slow also.
That gives me time to eat my protein bite.
Yay! Yes, you got some time. Okay, so let me know if this works now. It's uploading in. I don't think that did it.
No, no problem. We can still see the information.
Okay.
Gabby, are you seeing a play button on the top of your?
A play button?
Mm-hmm.
There's a button that says present on the top right. Is that it?
Yeah, that might be it. You may want to click that.
This one right here, the yellow one?
No,
No.
on the opposite side. Can you see that?
Hey, Gabby, let's do this. Stop share. Okay. And then I'm going to share it and I'll run it. Okay.
Okay, because something's up with my computer.
That's all right. Don't worry here. Okay, we got to go up to the top. We're zipping through. Okay, guys. We're rocking. Okay, Gabby, killer story.
Okay.
Millionaire team, 1 million lifetime achievement, champion of all champions. Can you see this, Gabby?
Yes. Yes.
Okay,
So
good.
go all,
I'm
the way,
gonna.
go all the way to the homework slide.
How about you got Craig and Carolyn? Tonight's topics. There's your homework. Who's up?
Okay. So thank you. So for the homework, okay, I would like to have two of you share, you know, what you learned from reading chapter 3 and 4 in the book, The Richest Men of Babylon. So who would like to share what they learned and how are you going to apply it? So 2 people, please. So who wants to share? Lori?
I would love to, thank you. How'd you know?
I saw you, I'm looking at you.
Because, yeah. So I really, you know, I've read this book before, and it's just this timing of this, I was just ready to hear all the information, and I'm taking notes, and, you know, the thing that, the golden nugget that I took away is that action attracts the good luck goddess. You know, I have seen people and experienced myself having windfalls of money, and you know, all of that. But you know, it's the action that we do that attracts that. And
Yes.
it's just incredible. And then the cures for a lean purse. It's a step-by-step process. And I'm excited to implement it, which I already have with the 10%. So.
Yay. Yay. So there's two things, right? You're the 10% and also taking action so you can get help from the goddess, right?
Yeah.
Awesome. Thank you, Lori.
You're welcome.
Thank you, Lori. Okay, one more person that would like to share what they learned out of reading chapter 3 and 4 and how they are applying it in your how you are applying it in your life right now. Okay, Ava, go ahead. Thank you.
I think Senyate had a bunch of stuff too. I wanted to share that because I actually made the mistake of investing the 10%. I had money to invest, right? So I invested it with someone who didn't know what they were doing, and they lost my money, and it was a lot of money, and I'm still, it still bothers me to this day that they lost my money. And so he stresses how important it is to seek wise counsel and experts in that field of investment, so that you are not taking risk and growing your money effectively.
Correct.
So for me, that really hit home because I actually lived that lesson.
Yes.
I can't remember the richest Babylon guy, and the son. The son was given the money, and then he didn't invest it wisely, and he lost it, and he had to start all over again too. And that's what's happening with me. So yeah, so make sure that you are seeking wise counsel, and then you're only investing with people who know what they're doing.
Right. Thank you, Ava. And this also goes for taking advice, right, while building your Herbalife business as well.
Yes.
Correct. Thank you. Senyati, you know what? We'll take you on. I heard you have a lot to share also.
Well, I didn't really necessarily have a lot to share, but I took time to take notes on every single one. And I didn't, take a lot of notes, but I have all the 7 listed. And I think it's a matter of just, integrating each one into my life. The one that I most would like to start on is the 1/10. Is one of the things that my mother had always told me. And, unfortunately, sometimes we don't always listen to our parents. And also the budget, to really be working within a budget. And it was interesting when the guy was talking, he was saying, he disagreed. One guy who was dressed kind of fancy, he disagreed. He was like, well, if I work on a budget, then I won't be able to just have fun and do whatever I want whenever I want to do it with the money that I have. And then Arcad was able to explain to him clearly why he actually still could do that and be on a budget. So it was really amazing to hear all that, because that's one of the things that I think, makes us think we can't budget, is that we want to be able to spend our money. Okay, thanks. That's all.
Taking that, did you make your budget for your life, for what it takes to live your life right now?
I'm working on it.
Perfect. Okay, perfect. Because that's what it's about, right? Taking the chapters and actually applying it to ourselves step by step as they're suggesting, right? And that's how it'll make a difference in our life. Okay, thank you for sharing, Senyati. Okay, so we're gonna move on to the next.
There's a lot of background noise, by the way.
Great. Okay, so is there anybody that would like to share with me what your why is? Why you are doing Herbalife?
I'll share.
Okay, thank you, Richard.
My why, I was just sharing it on my team call about 10 minutes ago. My why is to build a place, is to have enough money to build a place to shelter the homeless, to feed them, and to clothe them daily.
Mhm.
And that's what I want to do. I want to build a place or find a place that uh, I can set up a system to feed the homeless, clothe and shelter them on a daily basis. That's my why.
And why do you want that, Richard?
I just see so many people, so many young kids that are with their parents on the side of the road, begging for food, and it just, I don't, I don't, that really, I guess I have so much empathy for them that it creates this drive in me to want to do more now than I've ever done, just because I want to be able to help. I guess it's my character, maybe, because I like to help people, and that has been just my dream more now than it was before. Because I used to be my kids. My kids used to be my wife, but now they're all grown. They're out of college. They're married, and so my why has changed to that now.
Okay.
I, I
But
I don't know what created. I'm not sure what created that in me to want to do that.
okay.
I-
Well, I urge you and I invite you to continue asking yourself, well, why is that important? Like, why is that important for you? Why is it important to feed them? Why is it important for them to have a shelter and a place to live? Why is that important?
yeah, that's a good point.
Okay.
I know that that must have triggered something in me. I must have seen something somewhere to trigger that in me to want to do that.
Okay.
Yeah,
Okay, great.
I'll lean on that. I'll think on that.
Okay, so just continue, and just write all that down and continue asking yourself why, and write that down why, and why until you get to the bottom of it, right? Because there's something bigger pulling you towards that once you get clear enough for that, it'll make you take the actions to fulfill on that vision and goal that you have. So thank you, Richard.
Thank you.
Thank you, thank you. So also, I would like to have two people share from their homework, from sharing their package story, and learning and seeing what results you generated out of sharing your story. Okay. Who was that again?
This is Cynthia.
Hi, Cynthia. Okay, go ahead, Cynthia.
Hello. Thanks to this university, I was able to practice my business testimony, and I met a lady who she used to make 1.5 million a year, and unfortunately, they lost everything in 2007. In fact, they were 8 months under government help, and now the she's trying to get up with the best attitude in her business, but when she listened my testimony, she got so inspired. She signed up as a distributor, and tomorrow we're going to have a meeting, um, explain to her how I started my business, and put a plan, and I'm so extremely happy to um, put in her mind working position.
Mm-hmm.
I'm so excited to do that.
Great, exciting. So you shared your income story, and now you got a brand new distributor ready to go. Yay! Congratulations, Cynthia.
Thank you.
Yay! So also I was requesting from Lori to share how it went in her in the booth that she at the health fair, right?
Yeah. So we have this little group that goes around and does health fairs. This local banker lady organizes it, and they're free, and they just go around to different companies and provide that for their companies. And we had one like 2 days before Thanksgiving, so that was fun. And I sampled beverage mix and protein bites and did wellness profiles. And my results from that were, I'm still following up. I had a new customer who ordered, and I'm still following up on 4 more who are claiming they want to get started. So, you know, it's all good news.
Yay. Yay. Thank you, Lori.
You're welcome.
And Tim, also, I know you've been doing some massive actions as well. So Tim, if you would like to share your results from this week.
Yeah, actually, so I went to my old college where I graduated from a couple years ago, and I got to see quite a few people. There was over almost 27, 28 people that we got to sample products with. We actually had more people come in who were like, okay, yeah, maybe later or whatever, but we had over 25, so like 28 people come in and have a shake and some tea. We completely wiped out of 2 gallons of tea, and my products are dwindling. I had to put another order in this morning because I'm like out of everything. However, so I had a couple people who I'm still following up with as well, because it was Tuesday, same as Lori, right before Thanksgiving. So people, you know, it was right before people were coming into town. So something on their brain, which was good, but it was, I have a couple people who were interested. Out of that, some pictures were posted on Facebook, not in this group, but on Facebook, just saying that things are going on, my results, and someone who actually I know from when I was a child messaged me, and it's really funny because I was telling her about how some of my product results we talked about last week about my my digestion issues. And she's like, and it was the funniest thing because she's like, yes, I remember you growing up, and it was so bad that you would cry. And it was literally like, wow, this lady who I didn't even have to tell her about my life growing up in that sense. She was there for that. She knew me before I can even have any recollection of life. And so she's actually signing up as a distributor on Friday, and she has already ordered a Formula One just to get started for now, but then she gets paid on Friday, will be signing up to become a distributor, and already is planning to do the buddy system with her ex-mother-in-law. So yeah, it actually really has blossomed from there, and I have a couple other people who are interested in the business because of I was at the mall one day and I just randomly saw some guy who was at a kiosk, and instead of him talking to me about his little thing, I talked to him about ours. So
Right, because you're on fire, Tim. That's why. Awesome. So it all boils, right? You got on the product, you got results, and automatically it's with your circle of influence, people just get drawn to you, right?
Yep, that's exactly it.
So the magic is where? In the results, right? So yeah, thank you, Tim. Thank you. Okay, so we're gonna move on. The next slide, Mike, please. Thank you. And personal development, and I'm gonna hand it over to Executive President's team, Craig Sudakawa, who's gonna be covering our personal development for tonight.
Woo!
Yay, Craig!
So hi, love hearing all the stories, love seeing all the faces. Congratulations, everybody, for being on week 3 for the BBU. And really, really excited about this class, especially because we're going to have a chance to learn a lot of things tonight. You've already taken some action on the things that you started from the last 2 weeks. So it's great to hear the continuation of that and to see your successes. And I encourage you guys, part of personal development is just becoming uncomfortable in doing the things that you're doing, but at least taking action. Okay. So how many of you, when we give you an assignment, you're not, you're apprehensive, you're scared to do it, but you do it anyhow. Okay. And that's where personal growth really is put in action, right? putting in action something that you're not comfortable doing and growing out of your comfort zone. And that's what personal development is all about. Okay. So we're hearing a lot of stories, you guys, about people that are doing their business and finding out their whys. And what I wanted to do on this personal development section is tell you a little bit about this story. It's called The White Belt. Okay. And then share with you a little bit about my personal experience, so you can kind of reflect on that and see, you know, from where we started and where we came and how your future can be as well. Okay, so the story for the white belt, it goes like this. There's a guy, he was a Taekwondo master, and he was a 5th degree black belt, like the highest black belt, highest degree you can get in that sport, okay? And what ended up happening is he was on his deathbed, and he had his students come in. And in the hospital, his students surrounded his bed, and he says, when I'm buried, I want you to bury me with a white belt. Okay. And they're like, white belt, sensei, you know, teacher, how can we bury you in a white belt? You know, you're like the one that has the most knowledge, you know? And he says, because I'm going to a new place, you know, I'm willing to learn. I'm willing to start over. I want to be a white belt again, you know? So even though he's become the greatest at his level of what he did, he still had the attitude of being a learner. Okay. And still had the attitude of becoming better. And even though, you know, he was older, he still had the attitude of learning. You know, can you imagine? So wherever we're at now in our life, we want to always have that white belt attitude that no matter how far we've come, we're still learning, we're still progressing, we're still getting better. You know, we can still be on a BBU call even though we're president's team members, right? Okay. And so one of the things that I was reflecting on as you guys were sharing and talking about your stories and your whys, and I mean, I love hearing people's whys, like Richard's why about feeding the homeless and sheltering them and giving them food and clothing and everything like that. And I think as he digs deeper down, you know, he'll really understand and figure out what that trigger is, why that is so personal to him. And I started doing this exercise for myself, you know, figuring out why I wanted to help people get healthy. And, you know, I asked myself why. Well, because people be able to live longer, you know, and feel better. Well, why? You know, because people are suffering out there, and if they knew better, you know, they could not have to suffer so much. Well, why? You know, because look what happened in my family. You know, my family had suffering occasions where maybe if they did something about it earlier, they wouldn't have had to suffer. You know, and as I kept coming down to the why, to the why, to the why, it brought me back to my grandfather's bedside in the hospital. And at this time, as he was passing away, at that time, you guys, the doctors had, you know, basically told him to, you know, finish his life, you know, and he was just, you know, at the point of so emaciated, so thin. And what happened was he had colon cancer before, and he had his colon removed. He had a colostomy, and years later, you know, he had started having some back pain. He went to the doctors, and they gave him a spinal injection that's supposed to help his back pain, and it helped a little bit, but not the way it was supposed to help for months. And so, you know, they ended up going in, taking more x-rays, and they found out that he had his cancer had resurfaced and it spread throughout his body. And when they went back to the original x-rays they took just 3 months earlier, when he was first having the pain and went in, they found a little, you know, a ball of cancer about the size of a baseball, maybe a golf ball, okay? And by the time 3 months later they had taken the x-rays again, that little piece of cancer had spread throughout his body, and he was not going to make it. You know, if they got it out when he was just diagnosed 3 months earlier, he probably would still be alive, okay? And so what ended up happening, I said to my grandfather, well, everybody said, sorry that this has happened. And the doctor came in, and the doctor said, Fred, if there's anything I could do for you, I'm so sorry I missed that little thing. I should have caught it, but I missed it. It was in the x-ray. You can kind of see it, okay? And he said, Fred, if there's anything I can do for you, let me know, because it's costing him his life, okay? And of course, all the money my grandfather spent in hospital bills and everything like that, all his bank accounts were gone, his credit cards were gone, everything he owned was gone, okay? And my grandfather, you guys, just looked at him and he said, you know what? There's nothing you can do, it was a mistake. And he was sorry, he was sorry for the doctor. But my grandfather didn't want anything, didn't want to take anything from him, blame him for anything, And so growing up, you guys, and coming back to why I'm doing Herbalife today is, and going through this exercise brought me to a place where I looked at myself and I said, why am I doing what I'm doing today? And why do I still care about it? Because I go back to when my grandfather was in his hospital bed, the time where somebody, didn't catch something, and I kept saying to myself, wow, if grandpa knew about Herbalife, maybe he wouldn't have that, maybe he'd still be alive. Maybe, he'd be healthy, going back to that incident that's seared in my soul of wanting to do something to help my grandfather. And there was nothing I could do. Okay. Nothing I could do at that point. So feeling like, I got to do something that can help people and help them in their health, and so that's kind of why, you guys, 20 years later, I still am passionate about talking to people about nutrition. Because I still remember what my grandfather had to go through, okay? And he didn't eat right. He didn't know better, right? He never took any vitamins or shakes or anything like that. He didn't know better, okay? And but can you imagine, guys, the opportunity we have with the knowledge we have with the products that we have today, take that white belt attitude, learn something from today, apply it in your life, and utilize that to make the world better, make the world happier and healthier. Okay, I love our motto. It's absolutely incredible. I just want to share you a little bit about my past, because I don't think I've ever shared that before, but I wanted you guys to hear a little bit about what drives Craig today and why we're at where we're at. It's because that passion is so strong. Okay, so thanks, you guys. I'm going to turn it back to Gabby, and that's it for my personal development section, and I'm looking forward to the rest of the class. Thank you, Gabby.
Thank you, Craig. Thank you, Craig. One more reason. Now I know why, for some reason, right? I always say, how come I'm so pulled towards Caroline and Craig, right? And there's so much similarities, right? The top ramen and other, things in our stories. But just what you said just now, I don't want to go into it too much because I don't want to take time away from that. But very same reason as to when I got serious with my business was, when it was after I had my first why was I wanted money to eat, right? That was my first why. I didn't have any money to eat. We were in debt. I just wanted money to eat. Then I wanted money to pay for our house so we wouldn't lose it. Then it went to paying off our debt. And when all that was paid for, right, then you got to wonder why keep going, right? Once everything was settled in, like you said, for me was my aunt. And it has to do with cancer as well. But maybe on a different day, we'll talk about that story.
Wow.
But that's when I got serious with Herbalife and understood that there was more to Herbalife than the money. So thank you, Craig. Thank you, Craig, for reminding me of that as well.
Thank you for sharing. Wow.
Yes. Okay. So, Mike, if you can move up to the next slide. Okay. So we're going to start with today. Our subject for today is different methods of operation, right? Of how to build our business. But before we get to that, right, I want to make a reminder of where, right? In the first week, we learned about what our goals, right? Why is it that we do Herbalife? And how do we do it, right? We use the product, right? We wear the button, and we talk to people, right? But to go into more details about where, right? Wearing the button and branded apparel is a proven way to get people interested in Herbalife products and the business opportunity. So why should you wear the button, right? Wearing the Herbalife button and apparel offers an easy, low-cost way to advertise your business. It starts a conversation with prospective customers. It builds your business even when you're not working. You can also put an Herbalife sign on your car. You can display Herbalife branded accessories. You can carry Herbalife business cards, flyers, before and after photos. Okay, and a must is always carry samples, you know, in handy with you, right? Always carry them with you, and wear your button wherever, whenever, and at all times. Talk to people, right? Talk to people. So next slide, Mike. Okay, so the button, what is the button designed to do, right? It's designed to get retail customers. So next screen. Okay, so I wanted to make sure we can recap on the button hit response. Okay, so whenever you're wearing your button and somebody asks you how, right? Right, when they say how, they don't mean how as an Indian, right? They mean how do I lose weight? So the first question you want to ask is, are you serious? Right? The next question you want to ask is, how much weight are you looking to lose? And the purpose to asking are you serious is because you want to know right away if they're serious or are they just curious, right? Because if they're just curious, just hand them your card and let them know that whenever they do get serious about it, to come and talk to you, right? Or to give you a call. But if they are serious, you can move on to the next question, right? And the next question is, how much weight are you looking to lose? And the purpose of this question is for you to find out what it is that they want, what is their goal, and also so that when you share your stories, you can find a similar story that matches the goal that they have, okay? And then the next question is, what have you tried before? And the purpose of this question is you want to know what they've tried and if they've spent money on other products or similar programs, okay? And then you want to ask, why didn't it work for you? And same thing, you want to know why it didn't work for them, whether it's that they, it wasn't something that matched what their goals were. And whatever the reason is, you want to pay attention because you're always going to turn it around and let them know that Herbalife is very easy and simple to use and that it'll get them the results that they're looking for, right? And then you want to also share your testimony, okay? And then after you share your story, you want to ask the question, why do you want to lose weight now? And this way, you'll get them really kind of like what we're talking with Craig and with Richard and we've been talking through this past 2 weeks, right? Why do we do anything, right? You really want to know why this prospect wants to lose weight so that they can get attached to the true why, okay? And then you move on to the next question. If I can show you a way to lose whatever it is that they want to lose, right? And feel great, would you take a look? And then if they say yes, say great. What's your full name and number? And I'll check my schedule for an appointment, right? And then you want to get their information so that you can book an appointment with them. If you have your agenda with you and they're available to book their appointment right then, go ahead, okay? So just want to make sure you guys got these down, okay? Now, mastering your daily method of operations, right? You guys know that there's only 2 types of people out there in the world, right? There's only 2 types of people. There's the people that you know and the people that you don't know. That's it, right? So you want to talk to both these groups of people and you want to invite them to a presentation, either for products or for the business. Okay? Now, there's several ways for you to promote your business, okay? We have what we call the free, right? The free methods to promote your business, which are what? Your mouth, right? Your contact list. And in order for you to generate your contact list, I advise you to open up your Herbalife Career Book, #1, and go to page 18, and it'll give you a guide as to how to build that list so that you can work from, also called your circle of influence, okay? You can also use social media to promote your business, Craigslist ads, right? You can do one-on-one appointments, right? You can do wellness profiles, and all of these are free. Or if you would like to use some of the paid ways to promote your business, those would be flyers, pull tabs, ads, sampling, business cards, and community events and booths. And sometimes the community events can be free, right? But most of them usually come with a fee. Okay, so I want you to take a look at this. You can screenshot it, take a picture of it, and I would like for you to choose 3 of these ways to promote your business, so that you can choose 3 that you're going to take actions on all these 3 on a daily basis. But I want you to really become masterful at one of them, right? You're going to really get good at it. Okay, so next slide. Okay. Oh, okay. So also, right? So what are you inviting to, right? So depending on what you're choosing, which way you're choosing to promote your business is where are you inviting to, right? Are you inviting to a nutrition club? Are you inviting people to a 21-day shake challenge? Are you inviting them to an online wellness profile, to a fit camp, boot camp, dance fitness, cardio drumming, ab challenge, weight loss challenge, online shred challenge? Are you inviting them to a shake party, an in-service, a lunch and learn, or a spot party, right? You want to decide out of all these, right, different methods that we have to build our Herbalife business, you want to choose 3 of them, right, that you want to invite to. So you have 3 different places to filter people for them to become customers and for them to eventually, right, become distributors as well. So you want to choose 3. But same, you want to also master, become a master of at least one of these, right? So, so take a picture of these. And of course, throughout the 8 weeks, we're going to cover in detail each of these methods. So for like next week, we're going to discuss more about how to do an in-service step by step, right? And then the following week would be shake party. And I believe the next week after that is social media. So each week we'll go into more details about these. But if there's one in particular that we don't cover during this week, and there's something that's calling your eye, please, I advise that you get with your mentor or your sponsor and, let them know what it is that you're interested in, and I'm sure that they will be happy to go over it step by step so that you can put it into action, and you don't have to wait for that particular week as well. Okay? Here to let you know a little bit about how community events work and how to trade booths work. We have a millionaire team member from WAM, Lisa Talavera, to share with us what she has been able to build with her distributors and her team through working community events. Okay, so Lisa, are you in the classroom?
I'm here. Hi, everyone.
Yay,
so glad to share with you. You're welcome, Gabby. So glad to share with you a couple of our DMOs that we normally do. 2 events that I wanted to share with you, actually 3 events, are part of our community events and trade booths. So similar to what Lori has done with the health fairs, we also do something similar to that at the different community events on Guam. So the first one I want to talk about, you see me doing a wellness evaluation. So we set up our booth and it was actually in a mall. And we were invited by one of our members to participate in the Guam Federated Teachers Health Fair. And so this was at the Agana Shopping Center. And what I was offering was free wellness evaluations. So during that event, it was about 4 hours long. We had about 35 people actually do wellness evaluations that day. And so as you can see, I got them on the scale. And it was a successful event, got a lot of people that came into our nutrition clubs because as a result of that. But if you see on the left-hand corner, this photo with the guy with the red shirt, he was one of my preferred members that I was able to sign up. He called me after the fair I set him up as a preferred member, and now he's on our weight loss program, and so I'm working with him. So that's a result of positive results from a health fair or a community event that we did. The other one that we did, we also do things with like 5Ks fitness events in the community. So there was an autism blue run that we had in our community. And what I did was I gave tea samples at the event. So I didn't do wellness evaluations because there wasn't a time for that. And I guess that's what you need to do is fill out the event that you're going to do and see what is possible and works for that venue. So what I did is I did sample tea samples. I gave out little flyers that said to invite them to our nutrition club and that they'd come and get a free shake sample if they came and presented the little flyer. Well, that day I went back to my nutrition club and I got 5 new preferred members sign up under me because of the flyers that I had, the invitations that I gave out at that 5K. So that's another example of how I've been able to grow my business here on Guam through community events and trade booths. And then the last one is we did samples at one of the top fitness centers here on Guam. So I was invited to a mixed fit event and gave us shake samples after their class. And so a lot of those members have also become preferred members within our organization. So I encourage you guys to, go out in the community, see what opportunities are there, and use those tools, especially if they're free, to grow your business and get more people introduced to the wonderful products that we offer. Thank you, Gabby.
Thank you, Lisa. And just one question. So when you said about the 5K run, you said you got 5 preferred members out of the flyers and the directions that you gave.
Yeah.
Can you tell me a little bit more about that?
Sure. So on the little flyer, all it said was, come visit our nutrition club and submit this flyer at our nutrition club. We gave the address and our phone number. And if you present this flyer, you get a free shake sample. And so they came in, received a free shake sample, and then we were able that day to sign up 5 new preferred members.
Awesome. Thank you, Lisa.
Awesome. Thanks, Gabby.
So you guys, that's a way for you to see that, it's a way to promote your business. And then, you get a prospect, you run them through it, do a wellness profile, and, get them into either coming to your nutrition club or having booking an appointment for you to go to their place. And eventually you're doing a presentation that'll get them into they either become a customer or they're becoming preferred members or even distributors. Okay. So thank you, Lisa.
You're welcome. Thanks.
So here in this slide, I want you to see the different ways to, that we mentioned earlier, right? The weight loss challenge, what that looks like, right? A nutrition club, a spa party, dance fitness. And when you're working in a nutrition club, right, a lot of these activities can take place inside your nutrition club, or they can also be taking place at like dance fitness could be taken at a community center or at a park. Same thing with the weight loss challenge, same thing with the spa party, right? And also another way to be promoting your business and getting them to a presentation is sampling at a nail shop or a hair salon or, a beauty spa. You can also ask for permission and have them let you set up in their either outside or inside the nail shop, and you're able to sample and do pitch book presentations, out of there. Because if you think about it, when somebody's getting their pedicure and manicure, they normally have about anywhere between 30 to an hour that they're just sitting there, right? So might as well offer them a tea, and why not? They're sitting down, do a presentation. So these are just a few, so you guys can begin to get some ideas as to how you want to work your business. And coming back to presentations, right? What kind of presentations? We have the pitch book presentation that came in. That's the booklet that came in your international business pack. You can also do catalog presentations, which are great to, if you're carrying catalogs in your backpack at school, in your briefcase on your way to work, if you're even in your purse, because now most women, right, carry these huge purses, right? Your pitch book can fit in there, but especially your catalogs can fit there. So it's a way to do a presentation, right? You talk about, what do you cover in the presentation is just who Herbalife, right? Who we are, which is Herbalife, the Herbalife facts, the Mark Hughes story, and then right into our products and our testimonials, right? You can also invite people to an HOM, whether it's live or via Zoom. You can also do a 3-day trial pack presentation. You can do wellness profiles online or face-to-face. Another way to make a presentation is you can invite them to visit Herbalife's website, and you can walk them through it over the phone. And you can also be inviting them to a nutrition class. And in here, you're covering all the same aspects, right? Herbalife, the facts of Herbalife, the Mark Hughes story, and whatever topic you're covering in regards to nutrition, plus our products. Okay? And I have here a couple of steps, that I use when I'm doing a presentation. So you guys can also take a screenshot, right? And I put a step number 1, you want to welcome the guest, right? So once you talk to people and you book an appointment and they're either showing up to your place or you're showing up to their place, you always want to welcome the guest, right? You want to offer them some tea. I recommend that you make the tea hot, right? It doesn't have to be, but I do recommend that it be hot. And as you hand them the tea, you want to explain what the tea does, right? So the tea helps your digestion, it boosts your metabolism, and it gives you energy, right? You also want to, and the reason I say hot, so that way while they're sipping on it and while they're drinking it, they get to fill out their wellness profile. And then as they're, once they're filling it out, once they're finished and they hand it back to you, make sure that you're actually reading the wellness profile, that you're, looking through their questions, and ask them, you want to ask this question. Once you look, even though you're looking at their answers, and even though you do know what, where they do need help, and even if you're an experienced coach and you can see that the customer possibly has about 50 or 60 pounds to lose, it doesn't necessarily mean that they actually want to lose weight, right? So you always want to ask them the following question. In regards to your health and nutrition, what would you like to improve? And whatever their answer is, you want to jot it down on the wellness profile sheet so that you remember, okay? Then you want to grab the pitch book, and then you begin with the presentation. You begin with, who we are, the Herbalife facts, a short, the Mark Hughes story, and you also want to share 2 to 3 other testimonials, right, other than yourself. And you want to make sure that you share a testimonial that matches or that is similar to the goal that the customer is looking to get, okay? And step number 8, depending on the goal that they're looking to get, okay, you'll want to always refer back to the questionnaire, because before you move on to the presentation, you want to know what products you want to concentrate on depending on their goal, okay? And then you will continue with the product presentation, and you always want to go into detail about cellular nutrition, the enhancers, digestive health, and then you just want to go over an overview of the rest of our products. And the way I do that is, I'll let them know, we have products for, for healthy aging, right? Like calcium and joint support, for your healthy joints. We have products for children. We have skincare. We have products for athletes. We have products for the, for the, circulatory system. We have products for the respiratory, system. Then I'll just, go over the overview if that's something that's not in their interest at this time. And the reason you want to do that, you want to show them the whole product line, is because maybe they're not interested themselves in a particular section of our products, but they may know somebody that could use them, and they'll come up in that, after the presentation's over, they'll usually say, my husband could use that, my son could use that, and that's a way to get, referrals. So I just wanted to throw that in there. So after you've gone through the presentation, then you wanna get to the close, right? And you wanna say, so let's just say we're doing a presentation to Mary. So then we say, so Mary, I have here that you want to lose 20 pounds. So Mary, tell me why you want to lose 20 pounds. And I threw in here that you always want to ask this question at least 3 times, right? Because you want to get to the truth as to why it is that they want to lose weight, right? Because most people will usually tell you what? They want to lose weight. Why? Oh, because I want to look better and I want my clothes to fit better. And that usually, there's something to it, but that's not the truth, right? In my experience, and I work with a lot of housewives, the number one reason they all want to lose weight is because of their husbands. Because their husbands do not touch them like before. So they want to get sexy because they want their husbands to touch them more often, you know? And seriously, when you get it, I know it sounds funny, right? But once you get to the bottom of this, guess what? They get on the product, they get serious, and because they actually know the reason why they want to do this, right? And there could be many other reasons, but I just got to tell you that that's the number one reason I get all the women to get started on the product, right? They want to get sexy for their husbands. So anyways, so then so after you figure out why they want to do it, you want to ask them, right? Are they ready to get started now? And then you move on. If they're ready to get started, personalize their program, and they're, and go from there, right? And then there's different methods. You can always have a backup plan if they're not able to get started right there and then, right? You can get them started on a 3-day pack, or you can get them coming to your nutrition club on a daily for breakfast and possibly even for dinner. Okay? So now that you know about a presentation, right? And how to market and how to promote your business, I want you guys to also begin to set up your daily method of operations according to your abilities. And what I mean by that is that some methods may take more time than others. Some methods, require some money, investment in money. For example, in a nutrition club, there's also some fees to pay. So you want to set up your daily method of operations according to your abilities right now, okay? And also you want to master your daily method of operations in promoting your business, and you want to get 10 qualified people, right? Hold on. You want to get 10 qualified people a day that you're talking to for 90 days, okay? So as part of your homework, you want to choose 3 methods to promote your business, and the 3 methods that you are going to use to be inviting people to, and that you want to implement these in the next 72 hours. Okay? So next, Mike. Okay? Now, our business works, right? It works if you work your daily plan. So, here I wrote an example of of what my plan looks like, and this is what I have chosen to do to build my business. So for example, I'm gonna, my daily plan, what it looks like is I'm gonna do 10 daily nutrition club invites. That's number 1, right? My number 2 method is I'm going to do direct invite. I'm gonna wear my button and go and directly talk to people. I'm not gonna wait for them to ask me. I'm gonna directly approach them, and I'm gonna sample them. And my goal is to do a minimum of 10 a day, along with a tea sample. I'm gonna share my story, and I'm gonna ask the question: who do you know that would like to lose weight, gain weight, want a better nutrition, or improve their digestive health? Okay? And the goal out of doing this is the goal is to do 3 pitch book or catalog presentations a day. And the third one is, I'm going to do a Facebook post to promote our weight loss and body transformation challenge. Okay? So this is what my daily plan looks like, and this is the activity that I'm going to be doing on a daily basis. Okay? So I want all of you to write something similar to this, as whatever it is your choice to build your business and to promote your business. And I want you to post it on Facebook and tag your sponsors so that they are aware and they can help you and support you in guiding you in doing your daily plan every day, okay? And also, I wanted to say this about your daily plan, right? Your daily goals are the building blocks of your future, right? Can anyone build a block wall starting from the top? No, right? They have to start, right, with the foundation. It's pretty amazing how strong and stable this wall is now that it is complete. So I want you to just think for a minute that it all started with just one block. Now, think of each block as a day in your journey to reaching your goal. We must complete each daily goal as if we were placing a block in this wall. So now can you see how striving each and every day on our small goals will result in a strong and stable, positive, successful future? And so with running our daily plan every single day, before you know it, each one of us in BBU will be reaching our next goal in our marketing plan, and we will be celebrating us reaching all our goals in our vision board. Okay? So just keep it, I want you really to be present to that. Everything that you want will be possible out of working your daily plan. Okay? Next slide, Mike. Okay. So now, your homework, right? Make sure you take a screenshot of your homework, right? So again, you want to choose 3 daily methods of operation to build your business. Post on Facebook and tag your sponsor. Okay. 2, write down your daily plan to promote your business and post it on Facebook and tag your sponsor. Okay. Do 3 presentations. Okay. At least, and I should say at least, right? Do a minimum of 3 presentations. If you do 1 daily, 2 daily, the more the merrier, right? And you want to read chapter 5 and 6 of The Richest Man of Babylon. And I was also write this down because I forgot to write this on here. There's actually a bonus assignment, okay? And the bonus assignment will be for those that actually, after writing their daily plan of action, for those that actually worked it, right? That actually put it into action and that did it and worked it on a daily basis, starting tomorrow till our next class, we'll get some bonus points for actually working their plan. Okay? So that is it for tonight. I hope that you learned something tonight, and I hope that you're able to put it into action. And now we're going to open it up for any questions that you guys may have in regards to the 3 weeks, in regards to homework, or just any questions that you may have. Does anybody have questions?
I think we ought to give a bonus to the person who does the most presentations this week, receives a very special BBU gift. How's that?
Woohoo!
Woo!
Yes.
Woohoo!
Most presentations.
So,
Woohoo!
bonus prize to whoever does the most presentations.
And can I say something very quick? Can everybody please sign in the chat so we know that you were present today?
Yay. So who's going to do the most presentations?
Yeah.
Come on. I don't see enough hands out there.
I am, of course.
Okay. It's on. Very good. Very good. Any questions? So, okay. So Tim, did you have any other questions in regards to the homework?
Nothing that I can think of.
Okay. Very good. Anybody else? No? So we're good to go? Yay! Yay! So we're done early tonight. So go to work on your homework, go and write your daily plan of action so that you can begin to post it either tonight or post it tomorrow morning. You can get ahead and begin to read your chapter in the Richest Man of Babylon, okay? So Craig or Mike, anything else Rosie, Lisa, anything you guys want to add?
No. If anyone has any other issues regarding the homework spreadsheet, just send me a message and I'll try to address it as soon as we'll try to address it as soon as we can.
I still have. Problem.
Send me a message.
I got you, Richard.
I have not been able to complete week 1 or week 2. So, but we'll figure it out. Daniel, my teenage bodybuilder will help me do that. Thank you.
Yay. Okay, anybody else? Nope. Okay, well, that's it for tonight. We're done early. Thank you for your time. Thank you. And like Craig said, I just want to let you know and apologize for our technical difficulties. But like he said, right, have a white belt mentality, and I'm not used to working via online, right? Most of my business is done face to face. So this is me getting out of my comfort zone and learning, learning something new. So thank you for your time, and thank you for the opportunity to be learning along with you guys.
All right.
Great job, Gabby.
Thank you, Gabby.
Great job, Gabby.
Good job.